Hello campers, it's Miss Kiara here, and we will be doing story reading for K1 and 2-3. This week we will be reading Last Stop on Market Street. This is a great book. I think you guys will love the pictures because it looks like a lot of the pictures that you guys have made that I've seen and a lot of the pictures that I've made as a kid growing up. As usual, make sure that you are watching your videos, you're commenting in the comment section, answering the question that your instructor provides to you, so that you can be chosen for the incentives that we give out at the end of the week. I hope you guys are having a really good summer and I miss you so much. Let's get started. Last Stop on Market Street. CJ pushed through the church doors and skipped down the steps. The outside air smelled like freedom, but it also smelled like rain, which freckled CJ's shirt and dripped down his nose. That sounds like Miss Kiara today when I was outside in the rain. So good. He ducked under his Nana's umbrella, saying, "How come we gotta go on the bus in all of this wet?" "Trees get thirsty too," his Nana told him. "Don't you see that big one drinking through a straw?" CJ looked for a long time, but never saw the straw. Can you guys see the straw in this picture? What do you think the straw is? I think it's this big tree trunk. So when it rains, the water falls all on the leaves and all on the ground, and it helps the roots at the bottom of this tree trunk or the straw grow. And you see there's CJ and his Nana, and they're walking in the rain, and they have their umbrella. From the bus stop, he watched the water pool on the flower petals, watched rain platter against the windshield of a nearby car. His friend Colby climbed in, gave CJ a wave, and drove off with his dad. "Nana, how come we don't got a car?" You see, there's CJ and Nana standing at the bus stop with their umbrella, and you see these two people waiting to get on the bus as well. He has a newspaper in his hand, and she's looking at her phone, and you see there's his friend and his dad, and they're driving in their nice blue car. And this is just the bus stop. Does anybody know what this is? I bet a lot of you have seen it before. That is a crossing sign. So this tells you when it's time to walk, and this is obviously the light for cars that are driving past. Boy, what do we need a car for? We got a bus that breathes fire. And old Mr. Dennis, who always has a trick for you. The bus creaked to a stop in front of them. It sighed and sagged, and the doors opened. Look at that beautiful bus that they're about to get on. You see all the cars, and you see how the picture really shows how it's raining, and you see all of the action that's going on around them. You see the cars driving on the road. "What's that I see?" Mr. Dennis asked. He pulled a coin from behind CJ's ear, placed it in his palm. Nana laughed her deep laugh and pushed CJ along. They sat up front. The man across the way was tuning a guitar. An old woman with curlers had butterflies in a jar. Nana gave everyone a great smile and a "good afternoon." She made sure CJ did the same. And as you guys know, when you walk into a room with a lot of adults, the right thing to do is say hello or ask, "How are you?" The bus lurched forward and stopped, lurched forward and stopped. Nana hummed as she knit. "How come we always gotta go here after church?" CJ said. "Miguel and Colby never have to go anywhere." "I feel sorry for those boys," she told him. "They'll never get the chance to meet Bobo or the sunglass man. And I hear Trixie got herself a brand new hat." CJ stared out the window, feeling sorry for himself. He watched cars zip by on either side, watched a group of boys hop curbs on bikes. This is my favorite picture in the whole book because you see this man. Can anybody tell me what he has on his skin? Those are tattoos. I bet many of you have seen people who have tattoos. And there's this nice woman who's knitting, and there's Nana who's knitting, and there's CJ looking out the window. A man climbed aboard with a spotted dog. CJ gave up his seat. How come that man can't see? Boy, what do you know about seeing? Nana told him. Some people watch the world with their ears. Do you guys understand what it means to watch the world with your ears? So, there are some people in our world who are deaf, which means that they cannot hear, but they can see, they can smell, and sometimes they can talk. So when Nana says that man watches the world with his ears, he can hear, but he can't see. So he has these glasses on in that picture, but he can't actually see anything. He can just hear all the tunes and the sounds around him, which is super cool. That's a fact. Their noses, too. The man said, sniffling at the air. That's a mighty fine perfume you're wearing today, ma'am. Nina squeezed the man's hand and laughed her deep laugh. Look, see? Even though he can't see her, he can still smell her, and he knows that she's standing right in front of him. Two older boys got on next. CJ watched as they moved on by and stood in back. Sure wish I had one of those, he said. Nana set down her knitting. What for? You got the real life thing sitting across from you. Why don't you ask that man if he can play us a song? CJ didn't have to. The guitar player was already ready, plucking his strings and beginning to sing. To feel the magic of music, the blind man whispered. I like to close my eyes too, Nana said. She closed hers. So did CJ and the spotted dog. Everybody has their eyes closed. And there are people standing on the train because they can't sit down. There's not enough room. And in the darkness, the rhythm lifted CJ out of the bus, out of the busy city. He saw sunset colors swirling over crashing waves, saw a family of Seahawks slicing through the sky, saw the old woman's butterflies dancing free in the light of the moon. CJ's chest grew full, and he was lost in the sound, and the sound gave him a feeling of magic. You see, he's just going with what's going on. He looks happy. He looks content and calm. The song ended and CJ opened his eyes. Everyone on the bus clapped, even the boys in the back. Nana glanced at the coin in CJ's palm. CJ dropped it in the man's hat. Last stop on Market Street, Mr. Dennis called. Look, and you see, that's where we get the title of our book. Because they stopped on Last Stop on Market Street. CJ looked around as he stepped off the bus. Crumbling sidewalks and broken down doors, graffiti-tagged windows, and boarded-up stores. He reached for his Nana's hand. How come it's always so dirty when we come over here? You see, got the graffiti, the boarded-up doors right here, the fence. She smiled and pointed to the sky. Sometimes when you're surrounded by dirt, CJ, you're a better witness for what's beautiful. CJ saw the perfect rainbow arching over their soup kitchen. He wondered how his Nana always found beautiful where he never even thought to look. He looked all around them again, at the bus rounding the corner out of sight, and the broken street lamps still lit up bright, and the stray cat's shadows moving across the wall. Where do you guys think they're going? They've gotten off the bus, and they had left church and got on the bus. So now they're off the bus. But what could they be doing? Let's see. When he spotted their familiar faces in the window, he said, "I'm glad we came." See, he's seeing all the people that he knows, and he's waving at them, and they're waving at him. He thought his Nana might laugh her deep laugh, but she didn't. She patted him on the head and told him, "Me too, CJ. Now come on." And look. See all those people? This is a center, almost like how people can come to the Lemoyne Center. They can get food, and people can volunteer and help. That's what they were doing. They were volunteering at a soup kitchen. And that is the end. I hope you guys enjoyed our story time today, and I can't wait to hear in the comments what your favorite part of the story was. All right, bye guys.